Let's go back to our previous session and a fireside discussion with young Cypriots. Let us welcome on stage Ataman Kinis, music composer and researcher with Meltem Burak, content creator, pod producer and project officer. Good morning. Welcome. Hoş geldiniz.
Teşekkürler. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for the introduction, Melanie. As Melanie said, I am Meltem, and today I will be talking to Ataman Kinis. Ataman is an award-winning music composer and researcher from Cyprus. Ataman, in 2021, you won the Montreal Film Scoring Competition in Montreal. Congratulations. I know that from a very young age onwards, you have been participating to multi-communal art activities. And I was wondering, what kind of a role did such activities play in your artistic development?
Actually, compositions and competitions like this can really help you develop your skills, and also gives you the confidence to move forward, help you with the composition process and other musical processes. Of course, you can discuss the ethics of competitions in art and in music, but for me at least, it really helped me to network with people and also to develop my skills and improve my skills in the field.
Yes,
Yeah.
I could totally relate to that. And I was wondering, like, you are a young musician, of course, and how do you think, because, I mean, we are living in a political geography that affects our life on an everyday basis, and I think everyone in this room could relate to that. Particularly given that you're a young musician, I was wondering, how do you think the current division of Cyprus affects the music industry in the country?
Actually, it affects a lot, especially for Turkish Cypriots, of course, because we, in the north side, it's a little bit harder to find opportunities to get to abroad and also to publish your music, all those necessities and also the ways of improving your business side and the industry side of music. So this situation really is not so good for the musicians, for both sides, because actually we can develop together with both sides as artists and as musicians, and we can also work together to actually give messages to the world by making art and making music together. So yeah, it definitely has an effect on the music industry in both sides of the Cyprus.
Mm-hmm, absolutely, and certainly the message that the music would give to the world would always be much more powerful than words, I believe, right?
Yeah, exactly, because art can be used as a message, as a tool to give a message, as a tool to unite people, and also it has this effect of understanding, effect of love and affection to and understanding to the different communities. So we can definitely use art and for me as well music to get together, collaborate, and also try to create together. By this way, we can also talk about what is the situation now in Cyprus, how it is affecting to young people in Cyprus, and also the young Cypriots from abroad, because many of my colleagues, for example, are going to abroad to study and also to live there, to live their careers there, because sometimes it's really hard to deal with these issues when you're doing art and music. So definitely we can use this art forms to understand each other and also to collaborate and create it with each other.
Absolutely, I totally agree with that. And I'm thinking, like, because given that you have this experience in Cyprus and you have the experience internationally, what would you advise to policymakers, maybe on both sides even, particularly with regards to supporting the young musicians?
I think policymakers should try to understand and give room to musicians and artists in general, because what I believe is that it is really important for the communities to develop together. It's a really important tool in the developing process of the community. So I think policymakers should consider, for example, trying to get together the both communities of Cyprus to in festivals, for example, or in art exhibitions, or any other forms of collaboration like these. So by this way we can all experience the art together and also the way of moving forward together. This is what I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think giving people the opportunity to work together with music, I think it would also foster a lot of empathy. Like you said, it would foster a lot of understanding, right?
Exactly, exactly. It really does have the feature of giving empathy to different communities, because you know, our music is the same, our way of doing folk music, folklore is the same. So we can use these tools to even contribute to the Cyprus problem and Cyprus issues more with art.
Absolutely, because so I think that a problem like Cyprus problem would not be solved with a political agreement, but by people coming together, talking together, collaborating together. And what better way than music to actually make people understand each other?
Exactly.
And Ataman, I was wondering, again, like maybe if we take things to the EU level, because eventually Cyprus is also an EU country, how do you think the EU could do better to support its young musicians?
As I said, the policymakers should make people to participate, make musicians or the artists to participate in certain areas of art exhibitions, and also maybe funding is a way of helping artists in all the EU countries and also in Cyprus as well. I think trying to understand artists, and especially the young artists, and trying to give them help in terms of funding and also the room for expression is really important in all countries, basically. So yeah, definitely I believe that they play a really big role in terms of the development of artists in EU countries.
Yeah, and particularly during the pandemic period, I mean, I've heard this from a lot of artists that, like exactly like you said, they couldn't express themselves because they didn't have the funding and they were just sitting at home. So all you could do at that time was online. So I think these artists, these young, talented people, they're very much dependent on funding, but also other types of support, which would come from the EU or from governments like the, hopefully the government of Republic of Cyprus as well. So far, I've been trying to learn about your professional perspective. And you absolutely have a fantastic career. I mean, you won a very important competition already at a very young age. You're a researcher at the moment. You are continuing your PhD, working at different places. But how about your future aspirations? What would you like to do in the future?
I really want to do something for my community as well, yeah, which is Cyprus. I would like to see myself in a situation where I can collaborate with different artists here, and also researching more about the music and the art of Cyprus, and what can we do in terms of contemporary art. And I think that the sense of creating something is really deep and important in terms of moving forward as people, as communities. So I see myself finishing the PhD first, and then trying to compose more, collaborate more, and also teach students here and abroad about what is Cypriot music, for example, what is Greek and Turkish music separately. Yeah, these are my goals for the future, and also to continue composing for films and for other places.
Mm-hmm. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Since we have a bit more time, maybe I can just ask you a final question, because I know we've also talked about that as well. So multi-communal art events had a big impact in your life, like you have said. How do you think those events could be increased?
I think we have to get together to communicate these things, and also not just in the south, but also the north has to open up and also support these bicommunal events and bicommunal art events. So maybe the education is a really key tool to get these events happened, and also find rooms for these events and exhibitions or concerts or festivals happen in Cyprus. So yeah, but I really think it's really important for young people to show themselves to these festivals and contribute in these festivals as well.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely agree. Yeah. I mean, good luck with your future aspirations. You're certainly an inspiring person for many young people.
Like you.
Thank you. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of Cyprus Forum.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you Meltem. Thank you Ataman. Teşekkürler.
Teşekkürler.